Buenos dias, and lazy Sunday from the Cito HQ here in Dubai. Today I have a lot of very time-sensitive and actionable content for you. So right after watching this video, there are certain things that you will have to be doing. And also today is the calm before the storm, the last day of the week, because next week we're going to see probably one of the most impactful, if not the most impactful week for the Cosmos ecosystem specifically. A lot of big launches, a lot of announcements, a lot of things that are relevant for the Cosmos bull run trajectory in 2025. But not only for Cosmos is it going to be an important week, also Microsoft is going to vote on Tuesday on whether or not they're going to consider converting part of their balance sheet into Bitcoin. We talked about it when Michael Saylor gave his 3-minute pitch to the Microsoft board. In this presentation, he also published all the slides, trying to convince them to put part of their balance sheet, part of their $523 billion balance sheet into Bitcoin. Only 1% of that would be more than $5 billion, which would not only have an actual impact on the price, but also be a sign to all the other big institutions and enterprise that the race is on for them as well, not only for governments, but also for big institutions. However, as it currently seems like, the Microsoft board is actually recommending against this proposal, which means also that a potential voting in favor of this proposal is not actually priced in. So we all know this decision is going to come on Tuesday. And if it would be approved, I think it would have an immediate impact on the Bitcoin price. Michael Saylor, on the other hand, keeps doing his thing. He keeps onboarding institutions, organizations, and it's just all in on Bitcoin at this point. And that also reflects in his back size, in his Bitcoin holdings of more than 402,000 BTC, which ranks him 4th on the list of the largest Bitcoin holders in the world. 3rd is Binance, the largest centralized exchange out there. 2nd, Satoshi Nakamoto, who has never moved a single Bitcoin. And 1st, of course, the US spot ETFs led by BlackRock. And then also, which is probably surprising to some people, we have the US government and the Chinese government ranked behind MicroStrategy. Another interesting one here is probably Block One, which is actually the company that did the whole fundraiser for EOS back in the days, which raised $3 or $4 billion over the span of 1 year in the EOS ICO back in the day. Looking at price action today in the Cosmos ecosystem, we see everything slightly down except for Mantra up 2%, just above $4, which is nice to see as our airdrop is imminent. Humans AI also up 7% today, back at 4 cents. This had a bit of a rally in recent weeks. And yeah, Agoric also up 3%, so that's also nice. And the rest is pretty much down. So nothing much is happening on this lazy Sunday, but that gives us time to prepare for the week. And now we're getting right into action steps that you need to take if you want to maximize airdrop eligibility, if you want to harvest some airdrops, if you want to maximize your RPR and all these kind of things. Starting with Hydro. Hydro is actually going to launch their second round, round 2, which also increases the caps on Monday. So tomorrow between 1:30 p.m. UTC and 3:30 p.m. UTC. And the way Hydro works is that you have to have your Atom staked, just regular staked Atom on your Kepler wallet. Then you go on Hydro, you connect your wallet, and you obtain voting power by locking up your staked Atom, which are then automatically tokenizing. So you actually get LSM shares that are accruing staking rewards. So the first step is that you're tokenizing your staked Atom, and that also reflects your voting power. The longer you lock, the more voting power you have. And then you can vote for a project. There are currently 10 projects that have submitted their bids, and this duration for that round is also for 3 months. So if they win that auction, that means that they're getting liquidity for 3 months, and your Atom are also going to be locked in Hydro for 3 months, which means for this round, you actually have to lock it up for 3 months. And I think you will have options once this round opens, how long you want to lock it up. But I think it kind of makes sense to only do 3 months because that's the duration of that round. Now you'll see that there is a tribute, basically a reward incentive that the project provides in their native token or even in points, which is what Drop is doing, for example. They're incentivizing this with their droplet points. And this in average accounts to a 24% APR on top of your staked Atom. So 24 plus 19%, which is the Atom staking reward right now. Note, however, that this is just the average for all of them. There's some projects that are incentivizing more heavily. There's some other projects that are currently not incentivizing at all, but this is also before the round even goes live, so it's definitely too early to say. And like I said, there's also projects incentivizing at points, which doesn't really have a dollar value right now. You will be able to switch your vote. So if you conduct a vote and you change your mind after 1 or 2 weeks, you will be able to change your vote. But you will not be able to split your vote, which is currently, I think, something that they want to implement sometime in the future, as far as I understand. So that's the bid section. Another thing is the airdrop section, and that is going to be a new meta for the Atom staking airdrop game. You will have to be a lot more plugged into all of this if you want to get more airdrops in the future and maximize your airdrop potential. We also see now a fifth one here, Demex, that was just added alongside Drop, Dungeon, Elys, and Site, that are all confirmed airdrops to Hydro depositors, and a long list of rumored airdrops, which is a very decent list, to be honest. If they can land Babylon or Berachain or Hyperlane or Initia or Movement, I think this is going to cause a big hype. Note, however, that Hydro is still in its pilot phase, so it is far from perfect. It is still very limited in what it can do, and also the capacity it can accommodate. Still a little bit buggy, but that's also why it's a pilot round, right? So I personally think it has a lot of potential to make Atom's liquidity value proposition great again, which has been a big challenge in the past, because a lot of these projects just went on chain with submitting governance proposals, got liquidity, didn't pay anything for it, and just kept it. There was no term limits, there was no committee. It was very kind of very uncoordinated in that sense. Now Hydro is formalizing that and is turning Atom liquidity into a business model for the Cosmos Hub and the Atom community. Now we also have another major launch next week with Elys Network, which is the next inline consumer chain, Atom secured chain that is going to be optimized for trading DeFi and perps. And they're also going to have a spaces tomorrow evening with Stake and Relax and Crypto Crew that are going to be the host for that session. Elys is also going to do an airdrop to Atom stakers. They have announced one that also requires you to have voted on, I think it was proposal 859 or something, with your individual wallet. So if your validator voted on behalf of you, which if you delegate to Stake Cito, we always vote every single proposal, so you don't have to worry about that. But some of these proposals you have to vote yourself as well, right? And apparently in that round, voting with your own wallet was mandatory, but hopefully they're going to consider also giving out a regular airdrop to regular Atom stakers and just LST holders like ST Atom, D Atom on all chains, right? And even all LPs on Osmosis, all these kind of things. So I really hope they consider that. But speaking of airdrops, that's really also kind of the main thing, because there's a lot of time-sensitive stuff that you need to do right now. Number one, Saga. Go pick up your Christmas gift. Pick up your Christmas gift. You have 2 days left to claim your Saga airdrop, Vault 8. And Vault 9 is then going to come shortly after. What I'm going to be doing, as always, I just compound my airdrop. I just compound and compound and compound. And so far it's been amazing. It's been a very nice monthly airdrop pretty much since April, May, something like that. So yeah, I think everyone who's been watching these videos and everyone who's been following the tutorials and claimed and staked their airdrop, I think you have a very decent Saga back right now. And remember that this is a brand new chain that basically went live not even a year ago, optimized for gaming, made in Cosmos, very strong investor ecosystem, listed on Binance, all major exchanges. Once gaming comes back, I think Saga is going to do extremely well. So claim your airdrop. Also, scroll down a little bit to claim all the ecosystem airdrops. There are all these projects in the Saga ecosystem that are also giving out airdrops, NFTs, tokens, you name it. And yeah, you can also become an ambassador. So you can also check that program out and earn more Saga tokens. Sometimes they also have merge drops here. So this is not only for the Saga airdrop, right? There's a lot more that is going on here on this page. Anyways, that's that. Then we also have droplets. We already talked about it in the context of Hydro. But just as a reminder, Drop protocol is a liquid staking protocol residing on top of Neutron, made for Atom and also TIA now, that is currently on testnet. But this one is basically Lido, right? This one is backed by the Lido Alliance. And currently what you can do here, you can earn droplet points, which later will translate into drop tokens. And you can earn them by staking your Atom through Drop. And also you can multiply your points by then depositing them into Levana protocol with a 45-day lockup. Remember that you have to choose the 45 XLP, locking it up for 45 days. If not, you're not earning the 50x multiplier. But yeah, we have done content and tutorials about that. So I hope you've all done that if you multiply your droplet points. Another testnet that is currently going on, we talked about it a lot when it went live, is Mitosis. The Mito Testnet is currently live. You can claim your tokens here on your faucet and then play around with it. This one is probably also going to do well when it comes to the airdrop. Obviously, you never know. It also depends on the FTV, the token price, when this thing launches. But right now, this is what a lot of people are doing. But still, I think it's not yet over-farmed. At least that's my personal perception about it. Then also go check out Xion and see if you got the airdrop. We talked about the airdrop checker when it went live. Now you can actually claim the airdrop, get your tokens, because this thing is now live on mainnet. And Xion is a walletless blockchain. You can log in or sign up with your email address, even log in with your Google account, or also connect your existing account by connecting to Kepler or MetaMask. Also, of course, do your research on the project itself, on all the projects that I always talk about here, right? This channel, the content I'm sharing here is purely for you to have a starting point to conduct your own research from. But Xion itself is a full layer 1 Cosmos SDK built blockchain, raised $36 million and has a lot of very, very strong investors. You can also see that here on their website. Animoca is invested, Circle is investment, Figment, Hashkey Capital, Multicoin Capital. So very big names, prominent names, top shelf investors. And the chain itself, I have not yet used too much about it, to be very honest with you. But the fact that it's also focused on chain abstraction, abstracting a lot of the complexities away for users, regular users, no PhD cryptography, super smart giga brains, but just regular people that just want to use applications. I think this is where crypto is heading in the first place, and in Cosmos, we're heading there as well. It's still a little bit more complex because we also have this whole layer 1 ecosystem. It's all about sovereignty. It's all about IBC and interoperability, which makes it, adds another layer of kind of complexity and friction. But Xion is one of them that wants to fix a lot of the complexities there. And eventually, we're also going to have a very, very seamless internet of blockchains where all of this stuff, IBC itself, gets abstracted and just pushed into the background, right? That whole magic is just happening underneath. Same as when you open a website today or even an app on your iPhone, like, there are 100 million things happening in the background, right, as you push that button. And that is what abstraction eventually is, right? It's like, in the end of the day, as an end user, a regular person, you just have to click one button and things just work. What happens in the background doesn't even need to be something for you to like have to wrap your head around, right? That's just where we are currently in crypto. We are still in that phase, switching from, okay, we kind of have to understand what we're actually doing, why it matters, to we actually don't even need to think or care about it. Also give it over real quick to Vinny to explain you how you can stake your Xion tokens and delegate them also to Cito, because we just spun up our new validator on Xion, which was a very last minute decision, but we're excited to join the mainnet regardless. So if you got your airdrop, feel free to delegate to Cito, much appreciated.
The Xion Network has just gone live, introducing a new approach to blockchain technology with its walletless layer 1 infrastructure. Built to abstract away the complexities of traditional blockchain systems, Xion enables developers to scale Web3 products with ease. Now, central to this innovation is the Xion token, which is a utility that secures the network, facilitates governance, and drives interoperability across ecosystems. But yeah, today's video is going to be a tutorial where I will be walking you through how to stake your Xion tokens. And of course, we at Cito would love for you to come and stake with us. We actually got into the set quite late, and so we're behind as far as delegations are concerned. We are massively behind, so any help will be appreciated. So yeah, for this video, I'm going to be using Kepler Wallet. And so the first thing you want to do is to ensure that you have a Kepler Wallet installed and set up, or if you're not using Kepler, any other wallet that is compatible with the Xion token. Once you have your wallet set up, you're going to want to deposit some Xion tokens into your wallet, whether it's by buying through a fiat on-ramp or transferring them from one address to another. Bottom line is you need to have Xion tokens in order to stake them. So yeah, to access the staking interface, you can do this in a couple of different ways. I'm going to simplify this for you. I will share a link in the description of this video, and all you need to do is click on that link and it will take you to the staking interface with a list of all the validators that you can choose from to delegate your stake to. Next, you're going to select Cito as your validator, and in the staking interface, you can do this by searching to find Cito by name, or you can scroll down, we're all the way at the bottom. After you find Cito, simply click on Us to set us as your validator for staking. Now it's time to delegate your Xion tokens. Click the Stake button, then input the amount of Xion that you wish to delegate. Now, a confirmation dialog will appear, allowing you to review the transaction details before proceeding. Once everything is in order, simply click on Approve to complete the transaction. And once your tokens are staked, the Kepler dashboard or whatever other wallet you choose to use will reflect your staked amount and available balance. From this interface, you can manage your staked tokens, delegate more Xion, or initiate unstaking if necessary. Over time, you're going to accumulate staking rewards, which can be claimed directly through your Kepler wallet. So in order to do this, you're going to select the claim button in the Xion section and confirm the transaction. So yeah, it's just that simple. Thank you for staking with us, for those of you who do, and up until next time, goodbye.
And in the context of the airdrop game getting more and more complex, more and more refined, just more time sensitive as well. And for people that maybe are just coming back now to crypto after 1 or 2 years to catch up on everything, you're probably now puzzled about how to approach airdrops and how to navigate through Cosmos and the interchain itself, right? We've been working a lot behind the scenes over the past weeks on Cito Plus, or the Cito Alpha group, which is going to enter its pilot round next week. So you will have the opportunity to join this very, very early on. It's going to be basically on testnet. This is basically a customer service for airdrops, where we're building a very, very alpha group community for Cosmos that is all around airdrops, exclusive content, discussions, time-sensitive content, right? Announcements that are happening. And I see a lot of feedback under my videos, a lot of comments from people that are saying, yo, I watched your video, I really appreciate that, but I still don't really know where to click, where to go, and I'm somehow lost, right? I'm somehow lost. And that's what we're trying to fix. I think it's another kind of value proposition and decent product that we can offer. And we can also, at the same time, maximize your returns in the Cosmos ecosystem when it comes to airdrops, when it comes to not missing out on deadlines, and just generally being at the pulse of what is happening in the Cosmos ecosystem. And one great example, which is something that is just happening right now, super time sensitive. You see it as I'm recording this video, it's still going on for 2 hours. By the time the video is out, this mint is already over. But this is a mint for Spice meme coin holders that are getting the opportunity to free mint this NFT by Fifth Force, who is actually now working at Crypto Crew Validator, and he launched his first NFT. And the public mint is going to be for 50 USDC. So if you have 2 or 3 wallets that hold a few Spice, I think the minimum is 350 Spice tokens, then you're eligible to mint that NFT. And this is a small example. It's just something that popped up today on my screen, but this is something that is super, super time sensitive. Now, I've been saying all week that next week is going to be a big week for Cosmos, not only because there's something in the works, something is brewing, something is cooking, but also because we have a lot of big launches around the corner, one of which being Berachain, which is going to have a huge, huge impact. I think obviously everybody expects them to kind of launch at 10, 20, 30 billion FTV and to just have a perfect, flawless product with deep, deep liquidity from the very first block, and everyone just printing money in the first block. I don't think that is going to happen, but there was probably going to be a phase, a short phase, a little honeymoon phase maybe, and then things will consolidate. The big question is, when will they launch, and is there going to be an airdrop? And the chances are very low, to be honest, that they're going to launch still in 2024. We have seen a little bit of a pump here. This is poly market, by the way, prediction market. Super low chances. We only have 3.5 weeks left. So I personally don't think they're going to launch this year. But this is definitely one that's going to have a big, big impact once it launches. Another project that is going to have a big impact and is also closely tied to Berachain, because also Rushi and Smokey are good friends, as far as I understand, is Movement, right? Movement is going to launch this week, actually, or this coming week. In fact, they're launching tomorrow. So the Move token is launching tomorrow as an ERC20 token. The Movement mainnet, or the kind of native Move token, is not going live tomorrow yet, but the ERC20 version of it. And this thing is also going to be listed on OKX. So today, as I'm recording this, in 24 hours, 25 hours roughly, the Move token is going to be tradable on OKX and many other exchanges. Some of them also integrate the airdrop claim, so you can directly claim your airdrop through the exchange, which I have never heard about before. But let's see. And also let's see if we as sloth holders are getting the Move airdrop. I hope we do. And also maybe TR stakers, right? Because we eventually then had to kind of register our sloth. So I personally think round 1, we're likely to be considered for the airdrop with our sloth, and maybe in later rounds we'll also get considered as TR stakers. Then finally also Initia, another Cosmos project, basically Cosmos blockchain, that is going to go live very, very soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be next week, but I think before year end. So Initia, a rollup framework basically that is going to have a lot of rollups deployed. So we already talked about Milky Way, which you just saw here, liquid staking provider, but there's going to be a lot more. Kamigochi, Infinity Ground, Rave, Echelon. We talked about this one as well when they announced their launch on Initia. So that's another one where I think hopefully it will do very well when it launches. Hopefully there's going to be a decent airdrop. I would love to see that as well for the Cosmos community, but we'll have to wait and see, right? What is going to happen with Initia and the rollout. But those are all projects that you need to have on your map. Those are all going to be multi-billion-dollar projects that you need to have on your watch list, and you need to be aware that those are launching, when they're launching, roughly roundabout, and if there's anything you can do to potentially get an airdrop, right? We've been covering the Initia testnet for a very long time, even movement, even Berachain, right? We did tutorials about Berachain, endless tutorials. We even had a faucet where you could, where we were sending out tokens to our community. So yeah, those are very, very important things as we're entering this bull run, because yeah, now it's really the time to be fully locked in, fully focused and concentrated. And yeah, I hope you're all going to do well. I hope you all enjoy your lazy Sunday. You do some of the homework. Don't forget to claim your Saga airdrop. And I'll see you very, very soon, namely tomorrow. Until then, stay lazy and be good.